Good morning and welcome to What's for Dinner Wednesday. We are going to do a little myth busting about beef today. It's the end of July and you've probably been out grilling, and so we want you to feel comfortable when you're serving your family that great steak or a burger. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that. And we're out on the farm with Mrs. Gillespie. Thank you for letting us come out here today.
We always enjoy having you where we grow beef.
Well, and we're thankful for all the farmers that do that in Kentucky.
Absolutely.
Well, we have got some myths that I talked about, and I know that you have one that you've kind of talked about.
Actually, a history of heart in my family, and I myself have high cholesterol, and I'm cautious about making my portions correct. And usually I do around 4 ounces of beef if I'm going to have beef. And lots of exercise, lots of fruits and veggies to go with it.
Yeah, and I know Janine, we're able to have Janine as a dietitian be able to tell us a little bit more details about why beef can fit into a healthy diet.
Yeah, so we've mentioned the BOLD study before, which has shown us about cholesterol in beef and actually can show us that it helps in maintaining and reducing cholesterol levels. And I completely agree with what you're doing, just having the moderation, as we talked about, and balance, and just having that whole diet approach, looking at lean beef as well as your produce items, as you mentioned, your whole grain, your low-fat dairy products. So incorporating all of those, they provide valuable nutrients that we need. And a new recent study, actually, that was just published, basically looked at cholesterol-lowering effects of comparing a fish versus chicken and then beef, and there was found to be no significant difference in total cholesterol, LDL cholesterol, or your lousy cholesterol, or your HDL cholesterol, which is your good cholesterol levels. And so just keeping portions in mind as we're talking about moderation and portion control, and looking at like a deck of cards is about 3 ounces, which is a serving of beef, or even more up to date, looking at your phone for about 3 ounces for a serving of beef.
And so when you're shopping at Meijer, you want to focus on getting cuts of beef, lean cuts of beef, such as the loin and the round, that have the word loin and round in them. So your favorite cuts are the...
Well, T-bone to the fillet, if I'm not going to use much.
And so those are 2 great steaks, but just looking for the words loin and round. And so as you're grilling out, think about that as you shop at your local Meijer to find those lean cuts of beef, and also incorporate your fruits and vegetables and whole grain and low-fat dairy.